Alright guys, so I got a little project guitar on the bench today. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to it, but I have to dig deep into this one. So it's a Randy Rhoads V, but you can see it's the Hondo Formula 1 series. It's got tuners on it. Nice big block inlays and everything. But it's missing a pickup. If it makes noise, I'm going to be surprised. Let me just say that. It's got the output jack down here, Fender style output jack, which is cool. Yeah, well, it's making noise. So, I got lots of old pickups laying around. If I look down the neck, I mean, it doesn't look twisted. It looks relatively straight. It probably takes just a regular nut that I can glue a regular nut down in there. You can see right in here where the neck, set neck, the tendon runs all the way through here, and you can see that there's leftover glue in there and everything when they glued it together. It's kind of cool. Everything's rusted and everything. Let's just dig in for a minute. Usually my problem is when, it's not really a problem, but when I start working on a little project like this, I have to just continue working on it until it's completely done. And so I might end up having the whole day working on this stupid guitar, and then when you play it at the end of the day, you're like, yeah, well, yeah, it's a Hondo, so it might be kind of a waste of my day. There's other guitars I could be working on, you know? I bought a whole bunch of Jacksons recently. You know, there's other videos I could be making. But you know what? A lot of guys love watching this style of a video. A guitar resurrection video. Put the old beat up thing that you find at a Goodwill or you find at a garage sale, and get those things going again. Let's see what's under the hood here. Okay. So, well, let's see what we're looking at. Nothing is hooked up to the three-way switch. So the three-way switch is just sitting there. Imagine the red wire is what is coming off the pickup. All these green wires, oh, and I can see that it is not connected. Alright, I think I can do it. Let's turn the soldering iron on and warm that up. Let's lift this pickup out of there. The pickup ring is broken, so let me look for a, you know what, I restrung and put new pickups in an Epiphone the other day, and the guy left Epiphone pickups with me. I could throw some Epiphone pickups in this thing or something. Alright, let's dig into this thing. Let's see if we can fix it. It's so rusted that I can't get those out of there. Okay, let me cut that right there. Fun stuff. There we go. We got that old thing out of there. I probably have better stuff than that laying around. So we got these green wires, and where the heck do those go to? Oh, is that the ground? Where's the ground? Yeah. These probably just, I have no idea what that is hooked into right there. I'm going to cut these off like that, and we'll move this over to the side. There's a car out in the alley. Alright. These wires are making me kind of trip out because they don't go anywhere. Let's see if I can take the claw out of here. Nice long screws. I like to see that on the claw. Yeah, I can tell I'm going to have all day into this thing, but that's okay. There we go. Let's get that out of the way. Looks like a plywood body on this guitar. I have no idea where these wires are going. Oh, these are going to the jack. Duh. Now I know where they're going. You guys should have told me. Dude, those are for your output jack. Oh yeah, duh. There I am yanking on them and everything. Alright. So they're both green. Now the green with the black wire is the tip. Okay. And those look like they're soldered on there good. So we can leave that alone. And we can put that right back together. Now I got it. Okay. Very good. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is look for some pickups. Most likely change that potentiometer out. Or maybe even all three of them. And try to put this all together nicely. Alright. There we go. Let's dig for some parts. See what I got laying around. Oh, look at that thing. It's all chromy and everything, so nice chrome on it. I'm going to put a bunch of 3-in-1 oil on here. This screw right here looks broken off inside there. But I'll put some 3-in-1 oil on here and just sort of let it soak for a while. then I'll just let that soak for a while, and hopefully they'll loosen up, and I'll be able to adjust those and everything. Alright, so I have this whole drawer full of pickup rings. And I think what I found that's going to work are these two right here. So this one's used. This one looks nice and shiny. I think the holes are going to line up pretty close. So I might have to manipulate them a little bit to get the screws in there. But those look pretty darn close right there. So I'm going to go with those two pickup rings right there. And these are Epiphone pickups. And like I said, I did a pickup swap for a guy last week. And he had a really nice Epiphone Les Paul or something. Oh, he had that Gothic Les Paul. You guys will see that video coming up. I put really nice Seymour Duncans or something in this guy's guitar, and he gave me his old Epiphone pickups. So I'm going to throw these Epiphones in there, and these will sound good. And then I'm working with used parts here. So I've got some cheap potentiometers that probably were out of an old Squire or something. So hopefully I can get this going and sounding pretty good. We're off to a good start. Okay, so this one says neck on it. So I'm going to throw this one in here. There it goes. That's gonna look good. It kind of dropped in there nicely. You know what? I have it backwards. We're gonna do it like this. There we go. I like that. Have to dig for some little screws to hold it in there, because the ones that were in there were all rusty and in bad shape. So there we go. So far, I have to say this is coming together relatively easy for me here so far. Okay, so I printed up a little pickup electronic wiring diagram here. 2 humbuckers with 2 volumes and 1 tone. And this is sort of what I got going on. So again, I'm using all the used parts. Hopefully they're going to work for me. Okay, I'm going to put nice shiny new chrome screws holding this pick guard on here. Alright, so it's missing a nut. So what I'm going to do is, let's take this truss rod cover off. And I think I have some extra nuts laying around. So we're going to take a look and see if I have one, and see if I can get just a standard replacement to fit in here. Let's see what I got. A little bit of dust in there. I'm pretty sure this guitar takes just a standard. Oh, it's bigger than that one. It's bigger than that one. There we go. So the truss rod is working. After all this work, that would have sucked to be like, hey, the truss rod doesn't work. Yeah, but let's look and see what I got here. Okay, this bag says 1 5/8 inches. Okay. That to me looks perfect. So yeah, got a lot of extra parts. That's the only new part I've used so far, is this nut. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find a toothpick and I'm going to glue this baby down in there. And you don't want to use super glue just in case you ever have to take it back off. So I just use a little bit. This is Type Bond wood glue. There we go. That's probably too much. But let's lay that down on there. And then just with your finger and your thumb, you just center it nicely. That looks good right there. I'm going to let that dry up for a while and see. Hopefully the distance and everything, as far as how deep it's cut and everything, will be just fine. But it sat on there really, really nice. It's nice and flat. Okay, I'm going to shine some frets up. I got 1200 grit sandpaper. Not much fret wear on these, but a lot of times these old Hondos, guys didn't play them that much. They were always sort of just wall hangers. Playability was never really good on these things. But this is a way to polish and clean the frets without spending money on it. Other than the nut that I put on this guitar, everything has just been stuff that I've had laying around. And like I said, I got the pickups for free. Some nice guy that's like, oh yeah, I'll never use them. He put really nice Seymour Duncans in his Apple phone. Okay, and then I have this skinnier fret guard for when you get down in this neighborhood. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Let's put some F1 oil on here. Music Nomad is what I've been using for a while. Seems like it works really nice. And I've got an old rag here. Just going to spread this stuff along here. And just clean on this for a little while. Nice perloid block inlays on this. I had a friend that had a Hondo bass, and it was the Longhorn. So kind of like what Tom Petty played when he was with the Traveling Wilburys. Big old Longhorn bass. He loved that thing. It weighed like 13 pounds. Fret ends feel pretty good. Let me think. Oh, there's a couple little rough ones. So I got my StewMac fret file right here. So let me see. Yeah. She's in pretty good shape. Okay, let's just make sure that the tuners, it's got Grover tuners on it. Let's make sure those are snug. Okay. Those are good. Sometimes it's a good idea to tighten the tuner buttons just a little bit. See how loose that one is? There we go. Don't over tighten them because you'll break the little plastic piece that's in there. Some of these plastic pieces might already be broke, but I don't know. No, I see them in there. Yeah, so let's just clean on this thing for a little while. Yeah, so this guitar, you know, it's only worth a couple $100 at the most. So to spend all day doing a video on this one, I don't know. I'm kind of wasting my time, I think. It's not like a high dollar guitar. But it's kind of fun. And I know that a lot of you guys used to have these guitars when you were young. And it's fun to look back and look at the old guitars that you used to have when you were a kid. Yeah, because sometimes spending all day working on one cheap Hondo, it's maybe not the best idea. There's probably other things I could be doing, but I love bringing guitars like this back to life. I just can't help myself. All right, let's see. Got to raise that pickup a little bit, I can already tell. Trying to give the nut a few minutes to dry up before I throw strings on here. I changed the one screw that went into this one saddle right there, so hopefully I can do some adjustments there if it needs it. But it's almost ready for strings. Let me see what kind of knobs I have though. This is the one knob that was on it. And I'm pretty sure I don't have any more of those. Here. Alright, I found these three. They look good on there. I think I'm just going to use those. Okay, I think we're ready for strings. Today's string choice. Okay, SIT strings, stay in tune strings. 9 through 42, made in the United States of America. They give you an extra high E string in this pack and an extra B string. So there's actually 8 strings in here. So if you guys are trying to remember what pack of strings gives you that extra high E string, it's SIT strings does that. And it hasn't been very long now since I glued that nut. It's only been maybe about an hour. I'm not going to tighten everything up just yet, but I will put the strings on here. Okay, let's go ahead and test this thing. All right, it's nice and quiet. Sounds good. I guess I can go ahead and put the rest of these screws in here. And then I'm going to, I'll go ahead and I'll put it up front and I'll plug it into my amp and I will strum it a little bit for you guys. So everybody hang on, put your earplugs in, here we go.